What's going on, YouTube? This is my doggy, Ozzy. Say hi, girl. Hey, girl. Anyways, I'm just making another video. Sort of about shorter than my last video, and just talking about meps and the experience and the asvab and just what to study on and what not to study on, or what to study less of. Well, I hear a lot of people say they like the asvab for dummies, which is a really good book. It's a good book, and like I said in my last video, it doesn't really go into depth as much than the other videos. Than the other books, but it still helps a lot. It really does help. Yeah, and I mentioned all the books I went over. You know, asvab for dummies, the Baron's asvab book, all that stuff. Very good books. When you take the asvab, just remember, yeah, okay, to be calm. And that really, though, if you're worried about just trying to pass or trying to qualify, worry about the subtest, worry about the 4 subtests: the arithmetic, reasoning, word knowledge, paragraph comprehension, and math knowledge. You'll do fine. Just really go over test after test after test after test in the practice books. Go online. Go on military.com. Military.com really helped too. They have the short version, and they have the super long ass version that for the asvab. Just keep going over it. You know, I think that's the best way to study. The best way to, you know, do good on the asvab, if you go over the tests, obviously, because you know that's what you're going to be taking when you take the asvab. You know, of course it's good to study. I think, it's good to study the other subtests too. Actually study them instead of taking the tests. I don't know, do both. I don't know. Whatever helps out for you. But yeah, just really go over the subtests and shit. So yeah, the asvab, don't be nervous. Don't overthink anything. That's also a really big problem too, is just you overthink too much, or you freak out and you tense up and you like, oh shit, I forget if this was it or that was it, or you know, whatever. And yeah, just really know, you know, percentage, a lot on the asvab, a lot of it is well, for arithmetic, reasoning, you know, percentages. You know, like if a train went 200 miles one way and another train went 400 miles, you know, just stupid shit like that. Study up on that. Word knowledge, I would say the best to do for word knowledge is just read or study the root words, study the prefixes, suffixes, all that stuff. Yeah. Because, shit, there's so many words. How do you know what's going to be on the test, you know? Math knowledge. Yeah, so just do your best on word knowledge. Math knowledge. It's a lot of algebra and stuff like that, which I didn't have a bad time with. I was pretty good, actually, on that. Just because I took a class on that when I went to IVC college for a semester. Paragraph comprehension, I was fine with that. And another good thing was I read. So reading, you know, it helps you just focus and understand the words and stuff like that. Hold up. Watching Sports Nation right now. Sorry, I'm checking the time. 4 minutes. Alright. Anyways. So that's the asvab. That's as much as I could say. Just be calm. And I don't know. Just get it over with. Once you get it over with and you pass and you do good, then you'll be set. You'll be good. Meps. Like I said in the last video, if you even watched it, just be ready for a long day. And another thing I said in my last video, I had to wake up at 4:30. No, you have to be down, or at least down when in San Diego, you had to be downstairs by 4:30. Before 4:30, basically, because you didn't want them yelling at you. So yeah, they do all that. You gotta line up. You know, you go eat breakfast. You eat breakfast. I really didn't eat it. What did I have? I had some fruit and a croissant and some eggs and like orange juice. The reason why I didn't have like sausage or anything too greasy or too was because your blood pressure. That's one thing they're gonna be taking at down in MEPS. That was the first thing when we got there. They checked for me was my blood pressure, and if your blood pressure is too high, shit, they're not even gonna let you go on, I guess, or they might get pissed, some shit. So don't eat sausage or just anything that'll raise your blood pressure up. Don't chug a energy drink or like anything like that, because they check your blood pressure. So yeah, once you get to MEPS, first thing I did, they check your blood pressure, and then you kind of just sit in a chair and wait. And then my next station I went to was for eyesight, or was for your vision. Did pretty good, and the depth perception I failed. Dude, this guy was just talking way too fast. Like, all right, what is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? I was like, oh shit, I don't know. Like he kind of like rushed me a lot. And I was just like, shit, I cannot tell which one is closer, which I'm kind of pissed about because, dude, I got good depth perception. Come on, but I didn't pass the depth perception, but I got 20/20 vision, so that's good. Got good eyes. The guy before me actually, who was gonna go, we were in line. The guy right before me was like, oh shit, I don't think you can wear contacts or glasses or shit like that. He takes his contacts out, just throws them on the ground. Obviously, it ends up failing the test and finds out that you were allowed to wear contacts. You were allowed to wear glasses. So yeah, don't worry about that. I guess you can wear contacts or glasses for the vision testing, which is good. And then I did my hearing test. Shit, honestly, anything you hear, just click that shit. Just they put you up in a room. You're in this like soundproof, I guess, type of area, and you have headphones on, and basically they just say click the button when you feel like you hear something. Just click it. If you hear something, which is the beep, just fucking click that shit. Yeah, after that, went back, sat down for a little. We had some guy talk to us about basically, shit, I forget what he talked to. He just told us all the like procedures about going in through MEPS and stuff like that. If you had anything, if you were ever in trouble with the law, mark something down. How many tattoos you have. Any problems you have with you, if you've ever broken a hip. I mean, shit, I broke my hip, that's why. If you've ever broken a bone or anything, just stuff like that. It takes about like 30-45 minutes. He just goes over all this shit, and then you go on to your next station. I got my blood drawn. You get to pee in a cup with some guy watching you. That's fun. Not that bad. What else? After that, talk to my doctor. Talk to him about my hip. He asked if you played any sports in high school or anything like that. What like if you're in varsity, JV, frost off, if you play sports, anything like that. Just ask you a bunch of questions. He fills out a lot of paperwork. I was just sitting there for like 10-15 minutes while he was filling shit out. And then, go back outside, sit in the chair, wait, I was tired. And then, you got to go into a room with a bunch of guys, strip down. I said this in my last video. I'm just, okay. Anyways, make you do a whole bunch of shit, weigh you, check your height, walk around, move your legs, move your arms, check to see if you got any scars, check, basically, yeah, see if you can move your limbs. And it's this one kid who I was in there with, this one guy I was in there with, he had scars on his back. Like it looked like he just like picked like some pimples or something, and he had scars on his back. And the doctors were like, this is a biopsy. You got a biopsy. He's like, no, I never went to the doctors to get this surgically removed. The doctors were positive it was a biopsy, and like they tripped out on this kid for some reason. And like it was pretty weird, so he probably had to get some waiver for that or something. They really check everything. I talked to some guy a few days ago at my work. He's like, yeah, he's 30 years old now. He's not in the Navy, but he's like, I was playing football and I got hurt a few days before I went to meps, and they didn't even allow him in because he hurt his back, and I guess he mentioned that or something, or like he couldn't move his back or something. But basically, they wouldn't allow him. They wouldn't pass him for the physical because of his back hurt. And he just was playing football with his friends and hurt his back a little. It's not like he broke it or anything. Had to go to the doctors. I don't know. But shit, if you really don't have that big of a problem with something, or you didn't go to the doctors or anything, don't mention it to them. There's no point to mention it to them. Or like, yeah. So after that, and then once you're in your room, then they take you in, then the doctors take you in one by one, have you stripped down all the way, like strip down, turn over, all right, turn around, drop the boxers, spread your cheeks. He does all that. It's pretty weird, but yep. And then after that, okay, hold on, how long is this video? 11 minutes. Okay, you know what? I'm out of here. I hope that was more information I could give to you guys about MEPS. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just keep going for a second. Just because if you have anything broken, they're gonna want to check. They're gonna want to check more X-rays on you. I broke my hip, so I had to go down to the Navy medical place, and that took like an extra 3 hours. And it's sad because some girl I went with down to the medical place found out that she might have breast cancer. So really, it's kind of crazy to see like what is up with you when you get checked out, because these people check out everything. And yeah. Once that was all done, it's all good. Get picked up by my recruiter and leave. So that was the 2 days basically of going down to MEPS, and it's all right. It took about from like 5 o'clock to 12. No, for me, like 12 o'clock, and then I had to go down get an X-ray for my hip, so that was an extra 3 hours. So really, it was like 5 o'clock to about like 2. But yeah, that's about it. And if you got any questions, just write me a comment or something. Alright, hope I cleared everything up. Take it easy, guys.